What's in store for you? Gain insights into mastering your mindset regarding money. Have you ever set a New Year's resolution to start saving for retirement, only to find yourself a year later without having saved a penny? Are you perplexed by your own inconsistent spending habits? Despite our belief in making rational and informed decisions, particularly when it comes to money, the reality is quite different. From a young age, we undergo financial socialization by absorbing information from our parents about the meaning of money and how to handle it. As we grow, money becomes intertwined with complex emotions and associations, ranging from comfort and freedom to exuberance or shame. Unsurprisingly, our decisions about money are often far from rational, as money tends to trigger a myriad of emotional responses. In the upcoming summaries, you'll have the opportunity to delve into your own irrational thoughts about money and empower yourself to make more informed decisions regarding your spending habits and financial choices. In these summaries, you will discover 1. Why inexpensive wine can be just as enjoyable as the finest vintage. 2. How money can sometimes act as a hindrance to motivation in our professional lives. 3. Why witnessing money going up in flames can be particularly distressing. Money triggers intense emotions in each of us. Picture a bonfire consuming $1 million, with a massive stack of fresh $50 notes emitting unpleasant smoke as it burns away. How would you react? Likely, with a mix of horror and fury, right? This is precisely what the British art duo, the K Foundation, did in 1994 when they set £1 million ablaze. Their motivation? To create a conceptual art piece. You might be wondering why these individuals would burn such a substantial sum of money, which could have been used to feed the hungry or house the homeless. How could they be so selfish? The central message here is that money elicits strong emotions in everyone. According to Bill Drummond, one of the art duo members, they didn't destroy anything real. They burned a massive pile of paper rather than, for example, apples or bread. This illustrates the inherent contradiction of money. In a sense, Drummond is correct. Paper money itself is valueless, or at least it would be on a desert island where there's nothing to buy. However, in reality, £1 million can be exchanged for a vast array of goods and services. It could buy truckloads of apples or fund the creation of a substantial apple orchard, providing sustenance for generations. If the K Foundation had destroyed a yacht or a £1 million diamond ring, they might have faced less backlash. Instead, they obliterated something essentially representing a blank check for everyone's dreams and aspirations, leading to considerable controversy. The criticism directed at the art duo stems from a simple truth. We all imbue money with meaning. We envision what we could achieve with it, how it could enhance our lives, make us happier, more powerful, and we may resent those who possess more of it. Money influences our lives to such an extent that many yearn for a currency-free utopia, where concerns about mortgages or buying a loaf of bread become obsolete. Perhaps money itself isn't the issue. It's how we unconsciously allow it to impact our choices and psychological states. In the following summaries, we'll delve into our relationship with money and its influence on our life decisions. Financial socialization begins at a remarkably young age. Our understanding of money starts early as we observe the behaviors and reactions of our parents. To illustrate, in a Finnish kindergarten experiment, 6-year-olds were given the task of creating their own theater play, with decisions ranging from the story to the set and casting entirely in their hands. Despite financial considerations not being an explicit part of the task, researcher Marlene Stolp observed that money dominated the kindergartners' discussions. They extensively deliberated on ticket pricing and potential merchandise sales to generate extra income, showcasing sophisticated insights about the need to generate money and effective strategies to do so at the age of 6. The fundamental message is clear. Financial socialization is ingrained at a very young age. Furthermore, studies indicate that children as young as 5 already possess fixed ideas about how money influences social status. In a particular study, children were shown 2 photographs, one of a rundown house and another of a well-maintained home, and asked to imagine the inhabitants. Middle-class children swiftly passed judgment on the residents of the dilapidated house, assuming they were lazy and mean. This suggests that children absorb social messages about the implications of having or lacking money from an early age. These findings emphasize the importance of providing children with a solid foundation for dealing with money. One approach is to be more open and transparent with them. Many children grow up with no knowledge of their parents' earnings or savings, potentially leading to misconceptions about household finances and how money operates. Psychologist Neil Godfrey suggests addressing this by explicitly discussing household finances with children while they are still young, even incorporating a form of taxation on their pocket money to help them grasp real-world financial concepts. However, actions speak louder than words. Children are highly attuned to their parents' behavior, and if parents engage in reckless spending or display anxiety around money, children absorb these attitudes. Ultimately, the most effective way to instill financial competence in children is for parents to organize their own financial affairs. Our fascination with banknotes and coins persists throughout our lives. Can you recall when you first became aware of money? Perhaps it was when a grandparent handed you a crisp bill for your birthday, or when you started collecting spare change in a piggy bank. For small children, money holds value as an object in itself. It's shiny, adorned with heads and animals, and has a satisfying weight in the palm. Paper notes produce a satisfying crinkle, boast exotic colors, and can be neatly stored in a wallet. As we age, our initial fascination with money as an object endures. Despite developing sophisticated ideas about saving and credit, we retain an irrational attachment to physical bills and coins. The central message here is evident. Our fascination with banknotes and coins remains ingrained throughout our lives. Money objects carry significant symbolic importance. This partly explains the strong reactions when the K Foundation burned a stack of bills. In countries like Australia and the United States, it's even illegal to destroy or deface money. The appearance of money is also a contentious topic, with debates arising over whose head should grace banknotes. When the Bank of England replaced Elizabeth Fry with Winston Churchill on £5 notes, it triggered heated exchanges, including death threats against feminist activists protesting the decision. This underscores the potent symbolism of money as a representation of both nationalism and economic influence. The introduction of the euro in 2002 generated displeasure in many European countries as the familiar notes and coins were replaced by an entirely new currency. Part of the backlash likely stemmed from nostalgia, with people wanting to continue using the money passed down through generations. Currency changes also pose practical challenges. Transitioning to unfamiliar money can make it feel less tangible, akin to monopoly money, leading to underestimations of actual costs. For instance, after the euro's introduction in Italy, the general population assumed prices had dropped because euro prices were in single digits, contrasting sharply with the thousands used in the former Italian lira. Banknotes and coins captivate our senses and carry political symbolism. However, as we transition to credit and virtual money systems, our perceptions of money undergo a shift. Our savings are dwindling due to an increasing irrationality with money. From the time we received piggy banks as children, we've been instilled with the importance of saving money. As we grow older, these messages intensify into urgent warnings about the repercussions if we fail to start saving for retirement immediately. Despite our best intentions, many of us struggle to save money, raising the question of why. The central message here is clear. Our savings are depleting as our relationship with money becomes more irrational. The proliferation of credit cards has had a detrimental impact on our saving abilities. In the United Kingdom, personal debt tripled between 1990, when credit cards became widespread, and 2013. Studies indicate that people perceive credit and cash differently. While the money spent is theoretically the same, purchasing on credit feels less tangible. This was confirmed in an experiment involving MIT students bidding on sought-after basketball match tickets. Half were restricted to cash payments, withdrawable from an ATM afterward, while the other half could only use credit cards. Predictably, the cash group, on average, bid half of what the credit card group did. Our perceptions of cash and credit are not only irrational, but we also harbor unrealistic ideas about future spending. There's a common tendency to believe that future earnings will increase, enabling us to save more. This irrational optimism often leads to procrastination, as we consistently postpone saving to a hypothetical tomorrow where our income is substantial, and our financial discipline is unwavering. Nevertheless, behavioral change is challenging. The best predictor of how we'll handle money in the future is our current financial behavior. This doesn't imply giving up on saving. Instead, being realistic about our behaviors provides an opportunity to develop practical strategies. For instance, saving in accounts with penalties for early withdrawal or participating in programs like Save More Tomorrow, where individuals commit to saving a higher percentage of their income with each pay raise, can significantly boost long-term savings. We all exhibit mental accounting tendencies when managing money. Consider this scenario. While shopping in a supermarket, you hesitate to purchase a $20 bottle of gin, deeming it too expensive. However, a week later, on holiday, you don't think twice about ordering a $10 gin and tonic on a sunny terrace. It's even time for a refill. Such inconsistent spending decisions are common, revealing the impact of mental accounting on our financial choices. The concept of monetary exchange assumes that a dollar holds the same value in all situations, overlooking the intricacies of human psychology. The core message is evident. Mental accounting influences our money-related decisions. Richard Thaler introduces the idea of mental accounts, where individuals mentally allocate money to various categories like everyday expenses, groceries, or travel. This explains why someone might be frugal in the supermarket but willingly spend more on a drink. One purchase is categorized under groceries, while the other falls into the travel account, perceived as having more flexible spending limits. Alongside mental accounting, we are susceptible to relative thinking, assigning different values to money based on the total amount to be spent. For instance, when deciding whether to rent a bike for $25 from a nearby place or travel 15 minutes for a $10 rental, most people would likely choose the latter. However, if presented with a $15 discount on a car purchase, which involves a much higher total cost, the majority would likely dismiss the discount as insignificant. Mental accounting and relative thinking intertwine in these situations. The purchase of a car, drawing from a larger account, makes a $15 discount seem negligible in relative terms, contrasting with the more significant impact it could have on a smaller-scale recreational bike trip. Understanding how confirmation bias shapes our perceptions is crucial. Rudy Kurniawan built a lucrative business selling supposedly rare vintage wines, raking in over $36 million annually. Adorned in his distinctive white leather coat and accompanied by a fluffy French poodle, he portrayed an eccentric yet captivating image. Trusted by influential figures and millionaires, Kurniawan guided them toward what they believed to be the finest and rarest wines. However, Kurniawan's success was a facade. He was actually selling inexpensive red wine disguised with sophisticated labels. The surprising aspect is the prolonged deception, as even wine connoisseurs with supposedly refined taste buds were fooled by his charade. The core message emphasizes the need to be mindful of how confirmation bias influences our perceptions. Confirmation bias is a powerful tendency where individuals perceive what aligns with their expectations. Kurniawan exploited this bias by informing sommeliers that they were about to taste a magnificent 50-year-old Pinot Noir worth thousands of dollars. Consequently, their taste buds were predisposed to perceive something delightful, and they did. Scientific research at the California Institute of Technology confirmed this phenomenon. Participants, given droplets of red wine, exhibited heightened activity in the medial orbitofrontal cortex, associated with pleasurable experiences, when they believed the wine was expensive. Even if the actual wine was an inexpensive supermarket variety, the notion of its high price enhanced their enjoyment. Confirmation bias extends to fundamental aspects like pain relief. Studies reveal that expensive, brand-name painkillers are perceived as up to one-third more effective than identical generic counterparts. This perception influences effectiveness, emphasizing the impact of belief on outcomes. The lesson here goes beyond caution against charismatic wine cellars with poodles. While awareness of confirmation bias doesn't mandate consistently opting for the cheapest option, it does empower individuals to make more informed decisions. Recognizing this bias can be a valuable tool in navigating choices, ensuring one avoids falling victim to fraud or deception. Money doesn't always serve as a straightforward motivator in the workplace, and its impact on behavior is complex. Contrary to the common belief that money universally motivates people, research indicates that higher salaries may not always lead to increased effort. In certain repetitive tasks like berry picking, paying workers based on their productivity, such as by the basket, can be more effective than hourly wages, as it directly ties earnings to output, encouraging employees to work harder and faster. The main message here is that money can sometimes hinder motivation on the job. For highly skilled professionals like doctors or bankers, whose work is often intrinsically motivating due to its rewarding, meaningful, and intellectually stimulating nature, increasing salaries may not necessarily boost performance. Attempting to incentivize such individuals with higher pay can backfire by replacing their natural inner motivation with an external one. This shift may lead them to become accustomed to monetary validation, potentially reducing their voluntary engagement in activities they previously found fulfilling. An experiment conducted by Edward Deci supports this idea. Journalism students were divided into two groups, with one promised a cash bonus for good headlines and the other not expecting any reward. Surprisingly, the unpaid group demonstrated higher productivity, and their motivation remained consistent, while the paid group's attendance and motivation declined significantly after cash bonuses were reduced. This experiment suggests that external rewards like money might diminish intrinsic motivation. However, there is an exception to this rule regarding bonuses: surprise bonuses. Unexpected monetary appreciation for a job well done can enhance motivation. Yet, if such bonuses become routine, they may lose their effectiveness in encouraging increased effort, as individuals might come to view them as part of their regular compensation and feel disappointed if they cease to receive them. Money has been considered as a potential motivator not only in work performance but also in addressing challenging social issues, such as addictive behavior and academic achievement. In the realm of education, a controversial 2007 experiment distributed $9.4 million among 36,000 U.S. schoolchildren, with the condition of passing a test or completing homework. While there were modest improvements in test results, overall impact was limited. The experiment demonstrated greater efficacy when rewarding effort rather than specific achievements. The main message here is that money can sometimes assist in solving social problems. In another educational context, financial incentives proved impactful. In Bogotá, Colombia, high school students were offered a cash bonus equivalent to $300 if they graduated high school, resulting in a significant increase in graduation levels from 22 to 72% within a few years. The substantial reward acted as a powerful motivator, making it financially viable for low-income students to complete high school instead of dropping out to find work. It's worth noting that monetary incentives don't always need to be large to be effective. Small monetary bonuses, such as $2, have successfully motivated individuals to abstain from cigarette or cocaine use. These small rewards not only provide a financial boost but also serve as symbolic encouragement, offering external validation for their positive behavior. While money has been considered for promoting civic behaviors, attempts to incentivize blood donation with cash have proven complex. Monetizing blood donation risks altering the altruistic nature of voluntary contributions, potentially repelling donors and affecting their self-image as altruistic individuals. Additionally, those who donate solely for monetary gain may not continue if the financial incentive diminishes. Money has the potential to contribute to our happiness, but there's a limit to its impact. The case of lottery winner William Bud Post III, who $16 million in 1998, serves as an extreme example. Despite the initial thrill of affluence, his life took a downturn, marked by bankruptcy, imprisonment, and multiple divorces within 5 years. This highlights that accumulating wealth doesn't automatically lead to a fulfilling life, a pattern observed in other lottery winners as well. The central message here is that money's influence on happiness has its limits. Lottery winners often experience hedonic adaptation, adapting quickly to their newfound wealth. This phenomenon is akin to the diminishing thrill of staying in a luxury hotel after repeated experiences. Beyond material possessions and experiences, the psychology of savoring plays a crucial role in maximizing life satisfaction. While money can provide access to luxuries, it may not necessarily enhance the ability to savor these experiences. This doesn't diminish the relevance of money to happiness, especially for those grappling with financial concerns. Financial stress triggers the release of cortisol, a stress hormone, impacting decision-making, happiness, and overall well-being. Social stigma surrounding financial difficulties exacerbates the situation, blaming individuals for their predicament. However, providing a direct cash infusion can significantly alleviate stress and enhance the quality of life, as evidenced by an experiment in Kenya where giving $1,500 to people in extreme poverty immediately lowered stress levels. In essence, while a sudden improvement in financial circumstances can enhance happiness, there's a saturation point beyond which the impact on well-being levels off. Final summary: navigating the complex realm of money is inherently challenging due to its emotional and psychological impact on individuals. Our perceptions are often distorted, leading to overestimation of our financial standing and unrealistic optimism about savings. Marketing strategies capitalize on our confirmation bias and casual approach to credit. To make informed decisions about spending, it's crucial to recognize and understand our own irrational thinking. Actionable advice: avoid paying friends for favors, especially significant ones like helping cater an event. Offering payment can transform a friendly gesture into a transaction, potentially causing resentment. Express gratitude in non-monetary ways, such as with flowers and chocolate, to acknowledge their contribution without assigning a financial value. This preserves the genuine nature of the favor and maintains the strength of the friendship. Thank you for joining us on this rewarding journey of knowledge and inspiration. If you found value in the insights we've shared and are eager for more wisdom from impactful books, we encourage you to back our channel. Notably, a substantial number of our listeners haven't subscribed yet, so we kindly ask you to consider hitting the like, share, and subscribe buttons to stay linked with one of the leading book summary channels online. Subscribing ensures a steady stream of uplifting and thought-provoking summaries, keeping you involved and inspired. Your support is pivotal, and in return, we pledge to consistently provide high-quality book summaries in a timely fashion. Let's persist in this pursuit of growth and enlightenment together. Wishing you joyful reading, continuous learning, and ongoing personal development.